So we're down to the last 8. The competition you sense rapidly heading towards its big climax. A dash for the finishing line, the showpiece final. Welcome to our live coverage on quarter-final day. It is good to have you with us, and you can see that the atmosphere is building very nicely. Super noise, grand level of expectation, and that is only rising as we head towards kick-off time. The world-famous Camp Nou in Barcelona, a stadium fit for the grandest of occasions. So this is where we're up to in the quarter-finals. Already plenty enough to get the juices flowing.
Well, look, when you reach this stage of the competition, you begin to think you can go the distance. Now, the big characters in either dressing room will be stressing the need to find whatever it takes to get through. Has everyone got the substance and character to make it happen? These are the questions that both of these sides have to answer today, and one side will obviously do it that bit better.
So it's away we go then. And he's going long. Knocks it away. Speculative strike. Cahill, up towards the front line, cuts it out. He gets past his man. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. Counts with a delicate... He's had a goal! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's a real shame, Peter, because it was beautifully worked. Took the defence out of the picture, but he'll be in no hurry to watch the replay.
Goes down, but nothing given. Now the counter. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, shooting chance! Sterling. Rooney. Sturridge. He's got the ball glued to his feet. Schneider.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Sturridge. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Oh. The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goals. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And the second half gets underway. Tight old game so far. Can that change now? Regardless of the outcome, it is good to Sturridge! There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Timely intervention. Tries to get it forward quickly. Schneider. He's got options out wide. Gets the better of his man. Chance to shoot! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Shapes to shoot! Great! Would fall kindly. Right there! There is the breakthrough! He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
That's just great play, Peter. A textbook example for any wannabe footballers out there on positioning and movement.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. And he's on a charge. Looks to drop one in. Lampard. Good challenge, he just stood firm. And here's the chance to counter. Out to the left it goes. Nicely measured pass. Counts! They've done it! And with that goal comes comfort.
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning breakaway.
Time for a change in personnel.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
That's found its target. He's had a go! No, poor contact, nothing on the shot.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Plays it out to the flank. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Looks to bypass the midfield. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Schneider. Forward it goes. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. It's gone a long way up and away. The message is clear, none shall pass. And that is that. And on to the semi-final. Another hurdle cleared. Next up, the penultimate step. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
What I most admire about this outfit is the cohesion and the willingness to work hard as a unit and getting behind the ball. Doing the ugly stuff, that's what gets you clean sheets and wins.
So we're down to the last 8. The competition you sense rapidly heading towards its big climax. A dash for the finishing line, the showpiece final. Welcome to our live coverage on quarter-final day. It is good to have you with us, and you can see that the atmosphere is building very nicely. Super noise, grand level of expectation, and that is only rising as we head towards kick-off time. Torneo Olimpico, a venue that has an old-school feel about it. So this is where we're up to in the quarterfinals. Already plenty enough to get the juices flowing.
Well, look, when you reach this stage of the competition, you begin to think you can go the distance. Now, the big characters in either dressing room will be stressing the need to find whatever it takes to get through. Has everyone got the substance and character to make it happen? These are the questions that both of these sides have to answer today, and one side will obviously do it that bit better.
So that's got things underway. Goes long. And he just whacks it away. Cut out in the nick of time. Billia tried to play it through.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
He's got the hits one! It's bounced out! Dashing forward at pace. Questions were asked, and he's given the answers. Hoists it forward. He gets past his man. He's making good use of his strength there. Just refuses to be out-muscled. Tries to get it forward quickly. Lobs it in gently. And back to base. And that's been won straight back. Mascherano. Half an hour played now. Lavezzi. And it's played forward. Oscar. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Looking to break out here. Out to the right. Luis Gustavo. Thiago Silva. Heading towards half-time, and it is still scoreless. Ball is over the line. Oscar. Marcelo. Daniel Alves. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. And there's the end of the first half. So both sides have drawn blanks and have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. So your views on the first half?
Well, they look lost for ideas and lacking in talent, which all contributes to a chronic case of impotence.
And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. Already up and running for the second half. A tight old game so far. Can that change now? Billia. Oh, Rip tries a shot! Superb goal!
And some players are just capable of grabbing a game by the scruff of the neck. And his immense talent may just have done exactly that and injected the belief that they can retain their lead this time round. Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. Into the channel. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Forward it goes. Oh, the ball's come loose! Lavezzi hoists it forward. Cuts it out. Gets it upfield. Get a throw in. So here comes a substitution. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Higuain, well positioned to make that interception. Hernandez. So Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
And it's played forward. Hit into the middle. Massive leap! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
There's going to be another change here. Di Maria.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
He goes long and helps available out wide. That's a brilliant interception.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Mascherano. Just a few more moments for them to hang on. Looks to clip it forward. A chance to play it in. This could spell danger. Defending of the desperate variety. Played out to the right with a delicate ball. Goes for goal! Tries to get it forward quickly. And that's that. And on to the semi-final. Another hurdle cleared. Next up, the penultimate step.
Yeah, it was never a match that was going to blow us all away, Peter, but I felt the team did a lot right, especially that well-timed goal.
So we're down to the last 8. The competition you sense rapidly heading towards its big climax. A dash for the finishing line, the showpiece final. Welcome to our live coverage on quarter-final day. It is good to have you with us, and you can see that the atmosphere is building very nicely. Super noise, grand level of expectation, and that is only rising as we head towards kick-off time. This must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. So this is where we're up to in the quarterfinals. Already plenty enough to get the juices flowing.
Well, look, when you reach this stage of the competition, you begin to think you can go the distance. Now, the big characters in either dressing room will be stressing the need to find whatever it takes to get through. Has everyone got the substance and character to make it happen? These are the questions that both of these sides have to answer today, and one side will obviously do it that bit better.
So it's down to business here. Looks to clip it forward. Loose ball, who's going to get there? Lovely bit of skill there. With a delicate ball. That's good distance on it. That's surely a foul, free kick. Keeper sends it forward. He's got through. Timely intervention. Managed to get it away. Goalkeeper's ball. Vidal. Eduardo Vargas. Vidal did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. It has Carlos Bacca! Well, that's one way to annoy his teammates. Aranguiz. He's away! Plays it out to the wing. Looks to dink one in. James Rodriguez. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. It's gone out for a throw-in. Battles to win it back. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Tries to get it forward quickly. Been won straight back. Quadrado. He's gone for it! He's done very well to get to that.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
And he's there to clear it. He's going after it massively! It's a goal! And right on half-time, that is telling. What a super header, dispatched beautifully.
Oh, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal. A decent game up to now.
Well, you obviously have to give credit to the front men for the half-time lead, but I think the midfield can really pat themselves on the back too. They worked tirelessly for me.
Leading 1-0 at the break. Here we go again. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. A good challenge, stood up well against his man. He's left his man, a real chance to break. And he's there to cut it out. He's gone for it! Not offside that time. Mattel. Back into the middle. Vargas! He's pulled off a fine save.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage. This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they
shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Well, that always looked the likely outcome.
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Well positioned to make that interception. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. He got amongst the goals here, and now he takes his leave.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in, and, you know, if that's the case, then he's doing the right thing.
And he's cut it out. James Rodriguez. Ramos, played out to the right. Cut out in the nick of time. Alexis Sanchez. Dinks one in. Vargas!
I really don't think you could expect anything better from the goalkeeper then. We're near heroic territory.
5 minutes left on the clock. Chip through. Defending of the desperate variety. Forward it goes. Alexis Sanchez. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. It's anyone's ball. More than happy to take the muscular approach. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
And that's that. And on to the semi-final. Another hurdle cleared. Next up, the penultimate step. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
There's a solidity about them, almost as if they set up not to lose and see how things unfold. That eases the pressure on the strikers, who can afford to be patient, and it's all paid off.
So we're down to the last 8. The competition you sense rapidly heading towards its big climax. A dash for the finishing line, the showpiece final. Welcome to our live coverage on quarter-final day. It is good to have you with us, and you can see that the atmosphere is building very nicely. Super noise, grand level of expectation, and that is only rising as we head towards kick-off time. These are truly impressive scenes from Glasgow. We are, of course, at the 60,000-seater Celtic Park, one of the most distinct special arenas on this part of the footballing landscape. Well, there is a perceptibly greater sense of urgency from both sides here, with a place in the last 4 on the line.
Well, look, when you reach this stage of the competition, you begin to think you can go the distance. Now, the big characters in either dressing room will be stressing the need to find whatever it takes to get through. Has everyone got the substance and character to make it happen? These are the questions that both of these sides have to answer today, and one side will obviously do it that bit better.
And already we're underway here. There really wasn't very much in that, not far away from being a telling final ball.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Hoists it forward. Swung in towards the middle. Looking for goal! Decent enough try.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work out.
Forward it goes. And it's played forward. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Jagoyev. Tries to get it forward quickly. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Samadov hoists it forward. That's clear cut. It's a free kick. Samadov plays it long, done very well to intervene. And that is as far as they're going to go. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. And it's been taken straight back. Jagoyev brings it forward. Jagoyev!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. Plays a clever pass. Could try cutting inside here. Well read, he sorted that out. Well, that's where he wants it. Cuts it out. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It was very, very tight.
I'm sure they'll be very happy with the first half performance and the scoreline. They definitely want to maintain the momentum now and finish the job.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And the second half gets underway.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Gets away from his opponent. That's gone a long way up and away. Juho Park. And it's played forward. Son Heung-min tries to dink it in. Samadov. Still just a single goal between the sides. Oh, he's in! He's had a shot! And yes, it's there! And this is getting better and better. Oh, that always looked the likely outcome.
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Lee. Denisov. Samadov. Forward it goes. Could be has a hit! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. So we have a double substitution going on here. Across the field it goes. Good challenge, he just stood firm. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Turns it out wide. Cochrane. Now the ball's come loose and the chase is on. They've got it back as soon as they gave it away.
They're actually not getting too tight, which is interesting.
No.
It's probably cautionary. Don't dive in, try to pinch it or intercept so nobody can get in behind.
Looking to get within range. And it's played forward. And that will be the final act. And on to the semi-final. Another hurdle cleared. Next up, the penultimate step. Your final thoughts, Jim?
There's a solidity about them, almost as if they set up not to lose and see how things unfold. That eases the pressure on the strikers, who can afford to be patient, and it's all paid off.
Well, welcome to you and to our coverage of semi-final day. It has to be said, we have an atmosphere here that is really buzzing. Both teams terrifically well represented, fans hopeful, expectant. As well they might be, there is no shortage of belief on either side that it will be their team at the expense of the other, their team alone, which will be lifting the trophy come the final. This is, of course, the Camp Nou, one of the best known, perhaps the best known of all the venues in European football. So it's a straight shootout for the final. That's what we're going to see. There's nowhere, Jim, you would rather be.
Well, one of the occasions of the calendar, and in an atmosphere to match. We may well see a high-octane contest where both really look to test respective defences. I sincerely hope we avoid the alternative, which is a potential game of chess. Nobody wants that. It deserves much more.
So off we go then. There's a long ball. Di Maria. And it's played forward. He's got options out wide. Goes to finish! Di Maria! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
They've played it short. Ball forward. What does he try from here? Get that clear. And it's been taken straight back. Well weighted. Striding forward, facing goal. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Back into the middle. The other side yet able to force a breakthrough here. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. That carried quite a threat. Joel Veltman. Count. Tries to stroke it through. Oh, Van Persie! Oh, it's there! There is the breakthrough! So, what's your view on that goal then?
Well, his most important job there is to keep the shot down, and he did that without any problems. That's good concentration.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. Garay. Hoists it forward. Blint. And he's going long. Well positioned to make that interception. Di Maria. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. He goes long. He's found his man. Has a hit! He scored! All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight.
Well, you know, Thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. And they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
And the semi-final reaches halfway. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first-half success with another show of strength?
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. There's the start of the second half. No changes at the interval from either side. Garay, and they've been caught out here. Going through. And the finish! Great idea, just poorly executed.
I actually fancied him to score then, but we should give the keeper credit for doing his bit.
It's a brilliant interception. Aguero, oh, they could break here. Forward it goes. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Tries to get it forward quickly. And it's got through. Aguero. Di Maria!
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Zabaleta.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight?
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
Oh, good steal, he just read it. Forward it goes. Di Maria. That's a throw. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Really good feet. They're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Campagnaro. Garay. To Michelis. Billia. And that's it. So the final now awaits. Delirium in the stands. The fans know that they will get their big day. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, they passed that test in flying colours, and they have every reason to believe that they can go all the way now.
Well, welcome to you and to our coverage of semi-final day. Has to be said, we have an atmosphere here that is really buzzing. Both teams terrifically well represented, fans hopeful, expectant. As well they might be, there is no shortage of belief on either side that it will be their team at the expense of the other, their team alone, which will be lifting the trophy come the final. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. It is extraordinary to think we've already reached this stage, just this game, and then the final.
A game some may argue with justification as being harder than the final itself, Peter. I can certainly attest to that from my own experience. While you do everything to tell yourself you shouldn't get too ahead of things, it's actually harder than it seems. But it's looking like a terrific occasion here. Let's just hope we have a game to match all of this wonderful expectation.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Looks to dink one in. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Big chance going for goal! Dispatched clinically.
Well, the whole idea is the starters you need to go on, and that sets their tone beautifully.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, look, it's always great to see a solo effort with a goal. It's the ideal combination of pace and control.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. Amera. Jackson Martinez. Here it comes. And he's cut it out. More than happy to take the muscular approach. And for a moment, time stood still. Forward it goes. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. Jackson Martinez. There has been just the early goal here, and it's 1-0. Did well to step in there, that was more than necessary. Could move up a gear here. Chance! They've played it short. Whipped in. That intervention was very necessary. Defenders on the back foot. Jackson Martinez. Glushakov. Floats one over. Shapes to shoot! It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before the ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Big chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
His radar picked up on that very quickly, and he was first to react.
Battles to win it back. Looking to break out here. Just brushed off the ball there. Oh, surely!
Goalkeeper's ball.
And the semi-final reaches halfway. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the teams level. And they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. So once again, we're underway. No changes at half-time that we're aware of. Jagoyev, good challenge, he just stood firm. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Tries to get it forward quickly. Gets up to head it! And that has been cleared. Hoists it forward. Aimed in towards the centre. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Gets it upfield. Quadrado. Ramos. Nicely controlled.
Well, I don't think it was the wisest option, Peter, once he got into that position. It's not as if he didn't have people nearby.
And the break is on. Cut out in the nick of time. Jagoyev attempts to play it through. Going through. Good challenge, stood up well against his man.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
So not long left in this now. Extra time is imminent, unless something dramatic happens now. Well, that's where he wants it. He's through the middle. Hits one! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. So we have a double substitution going on here. Denisov.
Time is ticking away, and they're playing as if they're defending a lead. They've got to get it up the pitch.
And it's played forward. It is going to need 30 more minutes. No winner after 90.
I don't think either manager can have any complaints, really, because nobody quite pushed for the winning goal, and it always lacked that spark.
So a brief breather, and then extra time. No winner in 90, 30 more to come. Thick ball forward. Has a hit! Surely this time! Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof! He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great coaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Forward it goes. Chance to break. Hoists it high. And he's there to clear it. Here comes the corner. Towering header! And the ball's come out. Plays it back. And the shot! There's the whistle, and the first period of extra time ends on a dramatic note. The team's still separated by one goal, but it should be very different.
Well, it may well be a case of who's got most to give now. Fitness levels look good, and it's not any less competitive.
Well, we are already up and running again. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. Well played, he saw that coming. Should have put that one away.
He got too ahead of himself there, thinking how he could have made things safe.
Kirchhoff. Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. He's got options out wide. It's on a plate. And the shot! And in it goes! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
2 up. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. They have made it, and they've deserved to make it. A fabulous cup run has gone all the way to the final day. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, to go this far, it has to be on merit, with substance. And this is more evidence of worthy contesters.
Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. The Urbano Caldera is located slap bang in the middle of a residential district here in Villa Belmiro. It is certainly a venue that has a lovely homely feel to it. Kokorin! He's done very well to get to that.
Oh, that's a sparkling save, absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Cut out in the nick of time. Out to the right. Oh, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Well read, he sorted that out. And it's played forward. Chance! Big chance! There it is! Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Yeah, and he knew all along what he wanted to do, and it's a really great instinctive finish.
A 1-0 lead established.
Surprise, surprise. He just keeps on delivering, and listen, we all expect that.
Lavezzi. Has a goal! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Knocks it away. Good ball. Tries a shot! He's pulled off a fine save.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Thinks he's got rid of that. Has a hit! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Chirkov. Well, the score's only 1-0, but that doesn't tell the full story. Glushakov. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And a header! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases the chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Aguero cuts it out. Gets it upfield. Tries to get it forward quickly. It's a long pass, but not the most accurate. And there is the half-time whistle. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Jagoyev shoots! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
Zabaleta. Forward it goes. And out to safety. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Billia. Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Hoists it forward.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Just has to be done.
Hits one! Sticks it away! Two to the good! They have breathing space!
It's a keeper's nightmare, Peter. He just couldn't pick up on it until it was way too late, having so many bodies in front of him.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Finds himself eased off the ball. Messi. Denisov.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
Messi. Now has a hit! Yes! And they are pulling clear here.
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning breakaway.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Three without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. That's a good ball to... Oh, shooting chance! It's there! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge.
The invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. And it's always a big ask, this, of two teams that suffered such great disappointment in the semi-final, but they lifted themselves terrifically well, and theirs is the bronze medal. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Yeah, they had a game plan which was about hammering away in central positions, and it paid off. For me, they were persistent and ruthless.
Here we go, the final act in what has been a competition that has entranced us throughout, never short on drama or emotion or talking points. This year's edition certainly does more than hold up to its predecessors. It seems this is the game in which everybody is keen to play a part. The stands are washed with colour, proud renditions of their songs from either end. It really does have all the ingredients of a top final. The Emirates on this occasion so vibrant, so atmospheric. Two teams, Jim Beglin, with one common thought: to have their names on this famous trophy.
Bringing back memories for me, Peter. A chance to have your name in the club's history. Having had the privilege of experiencing this a fair few times in my own career, there really is nothing that compares. Once you get there, you want to keep coming back. I still feel like that now.
And we're on the way.
As with a lot of finals, caution plays a big part in the opening stages, but an early goal can blow all that away, so I hope... Wijnaldum!
No, not quite.
Oh, it was the first touch to die for, and it set him up beautifully.
Couch. Let down by a lack of accuracy. Sanchez. Looks to clip it forward. Could cross it here. Towering header! Oh, just needed a better contact.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
Martins Indy. Still goalless. It's Robin! Oh, shame, that was nicely worked.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Quadrado.
Well, they would seem to be trying to expose the centre of that defence to runners.
It makes for some terrific movement.
It does, and they may be hit on the break because obviously it requires numbers forward to stretch them out.
Big chance! Yes! That could turn out to be a big, big goal. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, none of us were exactly sure how that was going to end up then, but I'm delighted to see such a happy ending after such a splendid dribbling run. I mean, he really did fool that defence into wondering what he was going to do next.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Well, certainly the big occasion and a very big opening goal to boost everyone's confidence here.
Accusatory stare there tells the whole story.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
James Rodriguez. Carlos Bacca. He's got options out wide. Just brushed off the ball there. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Christian Zapata. Whistle's gone, and we've reached the halfway point of the final. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It was very, very tight. At the first 45 minutes of the final, Jim, how's it looking for you?
Well, it's obvious who's likely to be more content going in at half-time, but I sincerely hope that there's a fitting response from the opposition to really engage us on the big occasion.
Leading 1-0 at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
A chance! Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Big chance, corner. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with his...
Massive lead! Back of the net! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Well, the cross was inch perfect, and the header unerring.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
So that's two now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Out to the right. Hit into the middle. Robin. Van Persie. With a delicate ball. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Keeper sends it forward. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Has it out wide now. Hits one! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
He'll be fuming with himself for not converting. He could have killed it off.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Yeah, it's about time I think we saw some activity from the bench, but it's debatable as to what level of impact.
Roman! And that would have won it. Rapidly approaching the end, just a few moments from glory. Tries to stroke it through. Tried to play it through.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
Tries to cross. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. Now the counter. Jan Maat. He's left his man. And the referee brings it to a close. And so the moment has come. The trophy shimmers as they prepare to receive it. A never-to-be-forgotten moment. So on to centre stage come the central characters, the individuals who, as a team, blended into champions, and this is their moment.